Alright, welcome back to second half action in this game between the Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is from 2021. Score at the half is 21-21. The Giants coming back with 14 in the second quarter as they now have the momentum in the game. Cincinnati started as the home team with the momentum. And in this, after getting some feedback on the game, which I really appreciate. That's why I put the game out there to play, so that people can play it and give some feedback on it. There was some concern about not being able to have 1 or 2 yard plays, so we're going to introduce D10 dice into the yardage roll. All the other rolls will, at least at this point, need to be made using the D6 dice. I haven't done any changes to this. Originally, it was all D10s playing the game because it fits well with the field goal percentage and extra point percentage paradigms. Also fits well with the 100-yard nature of the game. So it makes sense. But when I was when I was originally rolling the games, the 10s felt a little out of place, like it was a little too hot. So I switched over to using the D6 for the yardage, and that felt like it was a little better, I guess. But some people were concerned about there not being, because if you roll a 1 and a 1, that's 2, but a 1 and a 1 puts you into a defensive penalty. So really the lowest yardage that you can roll is a 3 with the D6 dice, and the highest that you can roll is a 12 on a natural roll. But again, if you roll a 12, that's going to be a touchdown. So really, it's an 11 is the highest that you can roll, unless you get one of these offensive big plays. Then you could sort of stretch it out into the 20s, which for this one, I think the highest you could do would be a 22-yard gain. But then for the explosive play, that certainly opens it up from anywhere from 11 yards to 66 yards. So, still trying to figure out just the details of the game, and then how can we inlay details to the game that don't take away from the flow. Right now, the flow is really good. It's not too choppy or anything like that, or it doesn't just slow down where it sort of breaks the flow of the game. So, it's a puzzle. That's I like the puzzle. I like trying to figure out how the puzzle fits together. But it is a puzzle, and that's one of the best parts about making the games that I really enjoy. So, I'm using an app called Dice. It's built by 7 Pixels. I was turned on to this by someone. I don't remember who. Someone on a forum or on Facebook was saying that this is what they use. And so it's really great. You're able to, you can change the color of the die, pretty easily. You can change the text color to a different color. So I thought it was a really great one to use. You just touch it and it rolls. You have the option of adding all these kinds of dice. So it's actually, there's quite a bit there. And there's a lot of options without it being too much. Sometimes these dice rolling apps are a little bit too much. Sometimes they're not enough. And this one is a little bit like Goldilocks, feels just right. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll the D6s for the advantage rolls. We're going to roll the D6s for the field goals and extra points, for the punts and punt returns. So everything's the same. On the yardage roll, though, we're going to roll 1 D10. And if we get... The issue is we're not going to have any explosive plays. So I don't know exactly how to handle that. Let's not do that. You know what? I'm just going to scrap that, finish out this game. Let me figure out how to do that and to incorporate everything back in. Uh, that might be for a more final revision of the game. All right. So just playing it up, straight up normal like we have been with the 2d6 dice. So let's just do that. New York starts the second half with the advantage. I believe that. Let me think. Let me figure out who got the ball first. All right, if memory serves me well, Cincinnati won the toss and deferred. New York took the ball, went down the field, and scored. So Cincinnati is going to start the second half with the ball. This is the kickoff, and Cincinnati gets the advantage on the kickoff, and that's going to be the return +3. So they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Okay. So if Cincinnati scores a TD, they'll take the momentum back, but that's the only way. So that's going to be a 6 to a 5, and that's for Cincinnati. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 at the 28. Good roll by Cincinnati as they take control of the play again. That's going to be a 4-yard gain, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 at the 32-yard line. So let's see if the Giants have a big stop. That's going to be a 2 to a 6, so the Giants with the defensive stop on 3rd and 1 as they prevent the first down. It's going to be 4th and 1 from the 32. Cincinnati is going to go ahead and punt, especially since they don't have the momentum in the game. So that's a 5 to a 1. Cincinnati with the advantage on the punt. So that's going to be 46 plus 7. That's going to be a 53-yard boomer. And from the 32, that's 18 plus 35. 18 plus 35. Yeah. So 10, 20, 35. So down to the, so 10, 20, 35. So down to the 15-yard line. So the Giants will start 1st and 10 from their own 15. And they have the advantage. So they're going to get a +1 on their offensive roll. That's a 6 to a 1. So the Giants come out with a 6-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 21-yard line. That's a 5 to a 2. So the Giants again, and that's going to be a 10-yard gain. That gives them the first down. Out to the 31. A 2 to a 3, so this one Cincinnati's going to win. And that brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 31. So good defense there by the Bengals. That's a 3 to a 6. So the Bengals again with the stop on 2nd down brings up 3rd down and 10 from the 31. And the Giants are in danger of stalling out here on this drive. That is a 4 to a 3. And that's a 4-yard gain. So it's going to bring up 4th and 6 from the 35. Giants are going to have to punt. So a couple of good defensive stands here. And who has the advantage on the punt? The Giants do. So it's going to be 44 plus 8, which is 52. So 52 yards on the kick. And drives them back with the fair catch. And that's going to be 15. Gotta figure this out. So 15 gets them to the 50. And then 37. So 50 minus 37 is what we're looking at. So that drives it back to the 13-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 13 for Cincinnati. I think I moved that already. So ball back to Cincinnati, as they had a good defensive stand there. It's going to be the roll in favor of Cincinnati here, so it'll be for a second 5, sorry, from the 18. A little Porky Pig moment there. And second down and 5 play. This is going to be a 4 to a 5. So the advantage is to the Giants, who come up big on second down and 5 and make the stop. So it's 3rd and 5 from the Cincinnati 18. That's a 6 to a 4. And nice play there as they get the first down with the 9-yard gain. 9 minutes left in the quarter, and Cincinnati driving. They're at their own 27, so this is going to go to the Giants. And that's going to be a big play for the defense. A 44 is going to be a sack. Let's see what the yardage on the sack is. That's -4. So we'll say second down and 14 from the 23-yard line. So big play there by the Cincinnati, or the Giants on defense. So that's a 4 to a 5. Giants win again. And it'll be 3rd and 14 from the 23. So Cincinnati needs a big play here. In danger of stalling out on their own side of the field. They get the advantage on the roll. That's a 9-yard gain. It brings up 4th and 5 from the 32. And they're going to have to be forced to punt again. So good defensive second half here. We're tied up 21 to 21. And who has the advantage on the punt? It will be Cincinnati. So their punt is 46 plus 7. It's going to be 53 yards again. So a couple of really good punts from Cincinnati. And that'll be 18. Oh, it's exactly the same. That will send them back down to the 15-yard line again. You can see they made it out to the 32, kicked it 53 yards, same as before. Makes it easy peasy for me. So New York with the ball and the momentum. That's a 6 to a 4. So advantages to New York. 8-yard gain brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23. That's a 6 to a 6. That's going to be advantage to New York. That's 22. Big play on the offense is an explosive play. So let's see. We roll these two instead of adding them. 2 plus 2, we would say 22. Right? So we combine them, not add them. We got to roll 1 first. There's the 10. And there's the 1. So 21-yard gain brings up 1st and 10 from the 44. So big pass play there. Big play. I don't know if it's a pass or not, but big play. And 21-yard gain. 1st and 10 at their own 44. So New York gets the advantage again. Another 10 yards. And they'll go down to the 46 of Cincinnati. So across midfield, that's going to be a 4 to a 6. So that's Cincinnati controlling. And brings up 2nd and 10 from the 46. Cincinnati with a good stop there on 1st down. That's a 7 to a 5. Oh, we got another big play. And this is going to be roll 2 D6s and then add to this 10. So that's going to be a 2 plus 10 is a 12. And that's going to be 1st down. And 10 from the 34. Giants with a nice play. That was a yards after catch, which isn't expressed on here, but it is expressed. I've made those changes. I just haven't updated the cards yet. So New York wins this roll. I'm sorry about my throat. 2nd and 2 from the 26. All right, New York again gets this advantage. And that'll be 1st down and 10 with the 8-yard play. So takes it down to the 18. Yep, my math is right. So there's a 6 to a 1. New York on the move, and another 10-yard gain as they're just racking up chunks of yardage here in the third quarter. Taking up a lot of time, a lot of plays, and systematically going down the field. So this is a 3 to a 2. It's going to be Giants in the advantage. 7-yard gain brings up 2nd and 3 at the 1-yard line. Let's see if the Bengals have a stand in them. And doesn't look like it. That's going to be a 2-yard gain. Actually, it's a defensive penalty, so it's a big play. And let's see what the penalty is. It's a 5. A penalty on the defense is holding. That's going to be, I believe, first down and half the distance to the goal line. That should have been first and goal. So basically it's a 1 still, but they get a first down. Defensive holding. What should we do there? I think that does take time off the clock. We'll just say it takes 1 off the clock. Alright, so a 3 to a 2. That'll be a win for the Giants. That's going to be a 7, and that's well within our 11 range. So that's going to be TD from the Giants for 1 yard as they plunge it in. And their extra point is 12, so that's going to be an auto extra point. Don't even have to roll on that one. So, with 2.5 minutes left in the third, the Giants take control. This is a 28 to 21 lead over Cincinnati. Cincinnati looking for a big play that's going to swing the momentum of this game, as the Giants have been riding that momentum from early on. So this is for the kickoff. Cincinnati a 3, the Giants a 6, and the Giants control the kickoff. So it'll be 20 minus 7 is to the 13. So first and 10 at the 13-yard line, as Cincinnati can't get the kickoff going. Cincinnati with a +1 naturally. That's a 4 to a 2. And that's going to be a gain of 3. So second down and 7 on the play from the 16-yard line. Second down and 7 for Cincinnati. That's a 2 to a 2. So they are actually going to control the play. That's a big play. So we have a 55. We roll 2d6s. So that's a 10 plus a 10. That's going to be a big 20-yard gain. So first and 10 from the 36. So good job by Cincinnati getting out from their goal line. And this is going to be a 2 to a 2. So Cincinnati wins it again. And that's an 11-yard gain. So a couple of big chunk plays here as they go to the 47. Last play of the quarter. It's a 4 to a 1. And so Cincinnati is going to win this confrontation. 7-yard gain brings up second down and 3 from the 46. So they cross midfield, and we start the fourth quarter. And it is going to be New York 28, Cincinnati 21 as we head into the fourth. And barn burner of a game here. Cincinnati driving. They're in Giants territory now at the Giants 46. And let's see how the fourth quarter plays out. This goes the way of Cincinnati. That's a 9-yard gain. Brings up first and 10 from the 37-yard line. That's a 6 to a 4, so that's going to be Cincinnati's way. 4-yard gain. Brings up second down and 6 from the 31. Oh, sorry, from the 33. See if the Giants have a stop in them. Not on this play. And that's a 4-yard gain. Brings up third down and 2 from the 29. Third down and 2 from the 29-yard line. Big stand here for the Giants. Let's see if they can hold them. That's a 4 to a 6, and the Giants do hold them. Let's see if there's a big play. No big play, but they do get the stop on 3rd and 2. Brings up 4th and 2 from the 29. Cincinnati's going to kick the field goal. So 39-46, 46 yards on the field goal try. Their field goal is a 10, so anything 1 to 10 is going to be a good field goal. They hit an 11, and that's going to be a huge miss for Cincinnati as New York takes over at the, I believe they take over at the spot of the kick, right? So they would take over at the, what did I say it was? The 46. No, the spot of the kick is 7, so at the 36. So 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. And a little drama in this one as Cincinnati misses the field goal. Here is New York. That's a 3 to a 2. So New York wins that confrontation. That's going to be a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4 on the play, out to the 42-yard line. That's a 3 to a 1. So the Giants win that one. It's going to be a 1st down as they get a 10-yard gain. So 8 goes to the Cincinnati 48 is where they wind up. 12 minutes left in the game. Giants up by 1 touchdown. This is going to be a 4 to a 4. So it's going to be a win for the Giants and another 5-yard gain. So 2nd and 5 from the 43 for New York. That's a 2 to a 6. So Cincinnati wins this one. And that's going to be a big play. That's a sack for Cincinnati as they drop the quarterback for 4 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 9. And that's going to go back to the 47. So really big play there. 3rd down and 9. That's 3 to a 6. Cincinnati holds. And more than that, they get a tackle for loss. And that's going to be a 2-yard loss. Brings up 4th down and 11 from the 49-yard line. They've almost pushed them back across midfield. We're going to get a punt from New York. So let's see, that's a 2 and a 6. So it'll be the Bengals controlling. So a 44 minus 7 is a 37. So punt is 37 yards. And that's actually going to drive Cincinnati to the 12, where they make a fair catch. So 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. All right. Well, let's see what Cincinnati's got. They've got 10 minutes left. They're down by a score. And this is going to go to the offense. They have a +1 because they're offense. So that's an 11-yard gain. 1st and 10. Now from the 22, from the 23. 1st and 10 from the 23, Cincinnati on the move. And that's going to be to the offense again. And that's a 3-yard gain, brings up 2nd down and 7 from the 26. This is a 4 to a 3. So advantage to the offense. That's going to be a 6. Brings up 3rd down and 1. This is a big play in the game. Got to be thinking that they're in 4-down territory at this point. So that's a good roll. It's a 5 to a 5. And that will go to the offense. 3-yard gain as they just get it past the 1st down marker. So out to the 35. So it could be a pivotal play of the game right there. It's a 6 to a 5. Cincinnati's going to win this one. And that's going to be a 6-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 4 from the 41. 7.5 minutes left in the game. Cincinnati driving. That's a 2 to a 4. The Giants win that confrontation. And they're going to get the stop on 2nd down. Brings up 3rd down and 4 from the 41. Cincinnati in desperate need of a win of the advantage roll here. And they get it. And that's going to be a 7-yard gain. Pushes the sticks forward and takes them out to the 48-yard line. 6.5 minutes left in the ball game. Cincinnati driving, and they win the advantage roll again. That's going to be a 9-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down and 1 from the 42-yard line. So 6 minutes left in the game. Cincinnati crosses midfield. They're at the 42-yard line of New York. That's a 3 to a 6. No, New York wins that one. And that's going to be a 3rd and 1. And getting down to crunch time here, Cincinnati needs some sort of big play here. So that's going to be a 4 to a 2. They get the advantage. And that's going to be a 7-yard gain. 1st and 10 from the 35. 5 minutes left in the game. And Cincinnati driving. That's a 5 to a 6. So New York wins that roll. And they're going to get the stop on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35. Got to take a break here. And we're back. 2 for Cincinnati, really a 3. So 3 to a 4. This is going to be a win for the Giants. And that's another stop as time is of the essence now. Cincinnati down to the Giants 35. They're down 1 score. They're down 28-21. There's been a lot less scoring here in the second half, but you can see Cincinnati's had quite a bit of control, just haven't been able to score anything. 3rd down and 10. Definitely 4-down territory for the Bengals. They get control here. They roll a 10. That's a big 1st down for them as they get down to the 25-yard line. 4 minutes left in the game. Cincinnati driving. That's a 5 to a 4. And that'll be a 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 5. And Joe Burrow, can he lead the comeback? That is the question. That's a 3 to a 3. So that's going to be advantage to Cincinnati, a 7-yard gain. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Takes them down to the 13-yard line. 3 minutes left in the game. And this one is getting tight. And so that's going to be a win for the Giants. Are they going to get a stop? Are they going to get a big play? They get the stop. And 2nd down and 10 at the 13-yard line. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. The hair is raising on my arms. This one is getting down to it. That's another stop by the Giants. And that's going to be 3rd down for Cincinnati. 3rd down and 10 from the 13-yard line of the Giants. Getting close, Cincinnati is. That's a 5 to a 1. Cincinnati with an opportunity here. Are they going to score? That is a big play for them. So that's 10 plus 5 is going to be a 15. And look at that. That's a TD for Joe Burrow and the Bengals. From 13 yards out with 2 minutes exactly left on the clock. They get the touchdown. Let's roll for the extra point. There's an 11. And, of course, they roll a 12 and miss. So it's going to be 6 points. And wouldn't you know, they're going to come up 1 short. All right. We don't do anything for the extra point. I was thinking about this. We're in an onside situation now because they missed the extra point. And so, thinking about this now. Onsides are about about 12% in the NFL, an onside kick. A 1 out of 6 is a 16%. So if we just roll 1 D12 or D6, a 1 can be a successful onside kick. The rest will be unsuccessful. I've looked up that stat for another game, so that's how I know. All right, so if it's a 1, that's going to be a successful onside kick. Otherwise, it's going to be picked up by the defense, and it's a 2. So it goes to the defense. So 1st and 10, we'll say at the 45. It goes exactly 10 yards, which I know isn't probable. The one good thing is that their touchdown negates the momentum for New York. So Cincinnati did score a touchdown, and that was what the directive said. So New York, with no advantage on the offense, is going to try to run the ball out. They're going to be in a running pattern here, but Cincinnati gets a stop. That's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 45. 1.5 minutes left in the game. Giants win that one, and that's going to be a big play for New York. So 10 plus 8 is 18. That's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 27. 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the game. That's going to be a 3-4. Cincinnati wins this one. The only chance here for Cincinnati is to get a turnover, as New York is just trying to run the clock out. Cincinnati again on defense, and they do get a big play, and that's going to be a tackle for loss of 2 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 12 at the 29. Clock still ticking, and there is a 2 to a 2, so it's going to be advantage to the Giants. A gain of 4 gets a few of those yards back, but it's going to be 4th and 8 from the 25-yard line, and going to get a field goal try here as they try to ice the game. It's going to be from 42 yards. I don't think I took one off there. So field goal try, 1 to 10. That's going to be good, as they tacked on 3 more, and that takes off that. We're going to get one more shot for the Bengals. Not going to do much for them on the kickoff, as the Giants will have the advantage, and on the return it's going to be -10, but that's going to be the end of the game. So your final is going to be 31 to 27. 31 to 27 is the final, and that one goes final here at in Cincinnati, as New York comes in and stuns the Bengals with a stingy second half, and the Bengals missed an extra point with a couple minutes left in the game that would have tied it. So pretty exciting stuff. This is a new football game. If you want to try the game yourself and play with these 2 demo teams, or you can play with Tennessee or Tampa Bay. If there's another video on the channel that explains what these team attributes do and what they are. These 2 teams don't have them. So try it out. Let me know what you think. You can send an email to advancedstatsfootball@gmail.com, or feel free to leave a comment here on the video. If you do have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you subscribe to the channel. We got about 10 subscribers right now, but we haven't been doing a lot with the Advanced Stats Football for the last year. So try it out. Let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. I'm looking to make the game better. Like I said, with the D10s, maybe that's going to work out. We'll have to sort of rearrange the game a little bit to do that. And so I'll have to try that before I go out and do those things. But that's it here. The Giants come into Cincinnati. They win 31 to 27 on the strength of having the momentum for the most part in the from the second quarter on, and pretty cool game. I hope you like it. Hope you like the flow of the game. Should help you to play a football game in 1 hour or less, which is pretty rare these days, and to actually play a play-by-play game. All right, I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see